So fun fact, my dad had a restaurant for a little bit, and he did a stand-up event, and he tried to convince me to go up. Okay. But my first joke was going to be about like if my dad ever cheated, what I would do to him. Oh. And then like I told my dad that's what the joke was about, and he was like, if you come, I'll beat your ass.
Welcome back to another episode of the Levity podcast. It's a pretty special episode.
Very special, actually.
We have two additions. Well, just one addition and a very special guest. But let me introduce you guys to Helen first. Helen's been on an episode probably like 9 episodes ago or something like that.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, but she is now going to be a host. So welcome, Helen.
Yay!
And then another this is probably going to be one of my favorite guests so far. His name is Justin, but goes by 555 Striker, aka Beck, aka the Demon,
aka I thought of one in the car. Damn it. Cowboy.
Yeah. Well, a little introduction of like how I met Beck. We went to high school together.
Facts.
And let me tell you, this guy is like, it's like one of those dudes that will walk down the hallway and will know everybody, and nobody really hates him. Everyone just thinks he's like funny as shit.
Okay.
Yeah, he's, I don't know what it is about him, but
I got the same impression just walking in.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever heard anything bad about Beck.
Oh yeah, you just weren't listening. Gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of bad shit, but thank you.
Shit.
Yeah, no problem. Hey,
That's actually not how we met though. You know, we used to live in the same neighborhood.
Wait, what?
Which one?
Morningbrook.
Did we?
Yeah. The only time. You say what you're gonna say. Yeah.
No, there's like, I just remember hella near people living in there.
Yeah, that's crazy. You forgot me though.
No, I remember you. You were the kid in the neighborhood.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
just always hanging out.
Always.
By the green transformer box.
Always. Little big box.
Yeah, a little bit box.
Nature trail.
Yeah, nature trail.
Yeah.
The only problem was the streets in that neighborhood were tiny as shit.
Yeah, I couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah. But this is our, we're reunited after what, like 4 or 5 years?
I think so. Just about.
Yeah, and a lot of things has happened to you. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, what you do for work, and.
Yeah. I got a BBL last summer.
Hell yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm sitting pretty right now. Well, for my day job, I work in IT, so that's real sus.
Wait, actually?
Yeah. I work in technical support for a company. So,
oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, with a focus in networking. So I'm like really like that guy. So if your network is down, I don't know what anything means, like DNS and DHCP and all those other TPM models and shit. But guess what? I can just touch a computer and it might work.
Oh shit! Because I actually got a problem right now, so I might need you to fix it up for me real quick.
No.
Oh, word?
No, by chance that anybody at my job sees this, I just don't want them to think I can do anything. So just thought. But other than that, I like to call myself a full-time creative.
Okay.
And a full-time savant. I feel like I can do anything, everything. I don't like that you made me do this because I feel like I'm really ego stroking right now, and I don't mean any of it. I'm a very
spread your ego.
So would you call yourself like a Renaissance man, or
yeah?
It's like that. Okay.
Yeah, like the Harlem Renaissance man. You know, like real back in the day type shit.
Yeah.
But I love it. Just spread your ego all over us, man.
Pause, but yeah. Facts. Other than that, I dabble in screenwriting and other creative means. I make music. I don't like this. This sounds very pretentious of me. Yeah, that's it. And I'm short. I think that's my greatest attribute is that I never grew past 8th grade. So
I mean, I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
but you're still taller than me, so like.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
So. You just gotta own it, you know.
Hey, I was there right with you in high school.
No,
but I feel like in terms of like
you were still taller than me.
No, but when we talk to girls though, like anyone under 6 foot is just short. You know what I'm saying? They just call anyone a short king now.
That's a great point. But see, I break the threshold though, because like I feel like if you're above 5'5", like they call you short.
Okay.
But I'm so short that they look at me the same way that they look at like a 7-footer, because they're like amazed a human is made that way. So part of it is just that like I'm so small that they're like, oh shit.
So
something's
how
wrong
small
with
are we
him.
talking? How tall are you?
Like, okay, if anybody that's seen my Hinge, Tinder, or Bumble profile, I'm 5'5". But if anybody knows me in real life, I'm 5'2 and a half, 5'3 and a quarter with shoes on.
Oh, okay.
And I always wear Air Maxes or some type of Nike because they give you the most room. That's a tip for the short
Or the
guys.
all white forces, bro. Them
Never.
shits give you an extra, like, you know.
I'll never put those on.
Triple
in my life.
socks on.
Oh, for real?
Never.
You're not a white
Can't do
force.
the
type of-
forces.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know if I can say it on this podcast.
Wait, what?
How bad is it?
this man hitting us with so many left hooks, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna get a lot of. It's gonna get y'all in trouble.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep it PG.
Word.
No, keep it further than that.
Okay, I'll be honest. Like suburban white women ruined the shoe for me.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you.
We're
They
surrounded by a
killed
lot
it.
of them here.
Oh, I mean a ridiculous amount.
Redonkulous.
Yeah. I don't like it. So
Okay.
I'll never wear white forces again.
Word.
But
Black forces though. Sorry.
These things are crazy, bro.
that's nuts. Well, Helen, as a girl, do you think what he said was right? If you're under like 5'5", they're like, oh wow, look at you. Or like under 6 foot, you automatically think someone's short.
Okay, I might be a bad person to ask about this though, because I personally have never seen height as like a huge thing.
So you're different.
Thank you.
Like I think a lot of,
Thank you.
I can see how that's a preference for women, you
Sure.
know? Like,
Yeah.
6 something,
Okay,
whatever,
but-
that's just a preference.
The girls that
But
answered like that,
I don't even know how tall
I'll
6
ask you
feet is.
this. Like, this guy is sweet. He's great. Good job. Great morals.
Funny as hell.
Yeah, 4'11".
It's better than some other guys I've known that are like
Damn,
6
okay.
something, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you wouldn't mind, like, you know, just like, you know, picking him up every once in a while. You're like, you know, just thumb over your shoulder, like a.
I mean, just because he's shorter than me, potentially, doesn't mean that he's weaker than me. So why I gotta pick him up?
Word.
He can still pick me up,
Okay.
That was a test. She passed.
Yeah, she did.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay.
So it's okay.
You can join our Facebook group.
Wait. We got one.
Yeah, we got one.
What
We got
Facebook?
one.
Oh, I'm gonna need you to send me the link.
I got you.
Okay,
Don't
wait,
even worry
wait.
about it.
Okay.
Before I leave,
I
I
don't
got
even
you.
use Facebook, but I'll join.
Come
It's
on,
okay.
add it back.
I feel like for me, at my height, I'm very in between
Right.
of just like normal and short.
What the fuck is
height,
normal, bro?
though? Yeah,
what do
what's
you
your
mean? What do you mean by
height,
normal?
Yo,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah,
That's a very
Fuck
offensive
you.
term. You feel me?
people be, you know,
No, say it with your chest, bro. Say it with your chest.
if you're under like 5'11", they'll be looking at you weird. They like, let's be honest, they won't give you the same chance as to you compared to a 6'1" dude.
I feel like we gotta work harder to bring the tension down,
Yeah.
back down. You feel
Exactly.
me? 'Cause
That's
their
why
heads always up here in the clouds and
That's why
shit
so
like
many
that.
rich people are short.
Is that why? Is that what it is?
That's why.
I mean, I don't think is there a person on the billionaires list that's over 6 foot?
Michael Jordan.
LeBron James.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Okay, this was a dumb
Because
question.
I know damn well LeBron ain't like fucking 5'5", bro.
Oh, yo, LeBron and Michael, you can't. They're athletes.
But
They're like-
no, but you asked for like
Okay.
their
You said
paycheck.
billionaire.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm wrong. You're
There's
right.
this Indian guy that's like 6'3", and he owns like all the telecom companies.
Oh, word.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a trillionaire almost.
Damn.
Yeah,
Good friend of yours?
Yeah, man. I'm tapped in.
Y'all go way back.
way back more than me and Taman.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yo, I remember. So me and Beck actually met up a couple days ago, and
Yeah.
I was just catching up. And I was buying some stuff from him, like my shoes and the
Facts.
shirt I'm wearing right now, actually. But
No, but he said he actually gets a lot of his clothes from you.
I know my whole outfit. I said I have on the Sullivans and this.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
That's yours. That's,
That's
all
very
yours.
lit. Yeah. I got more clothes in my
So
truck.
so you a stylist too?
Nah. I'm
You've
just a
always been like pretty
shopaholic.
fashionable though.
I'd appreciate. You know what? Thank you. I went
Yeah.
through a lot of phases, so it's really just been.
Yeah, I don't think you were ever afraid to be like loud, like your colors and stuff.
That's not a good thing.
Like,
I just couldn't dress. Like I don't think people said it was like, oh, you're so vibrant. I'm like, fuck, I don't know what that means.
You just know how to express yourself, you know?
That's
Most people don't even want to do that, so.
so before we get into your writing and the film industry, you told me you did a stand-up show in LA, right?
Yeah.
How did that go?
I got booed, but I made a very, very non-PC joke. So the booing was justified.
Oh, it was just
You
directly
can say
from
the
that
joke.
joke.
We can cut it out or bleep it.
No, I can't say the joke. I don't want to do that to you guys.
Oh,
You told me like what the joke's kind of about.
Yeah. We're not even gonna touch it. I feel like I don't want to get canceled before my life begins.
Yeah.
And this is like very cancelable.
how big was the stage for like the show?
Nothing. It was probably like maybe 60 people there.
Like, that's your first time. That's
I feel like that's a lot
people.
though for like a first time show. No.
Nah, because it wasn't like my show. It was like an open mic. And
Yeah,
they were like,
but
hey.
you just came on and like
like the Laugh Factory or something like that.
It wasn't one of those. It wasn't one. It was like somebody's backyard. But it wasn't a backyard because it had like a roof. So I don't know what you would call that. I'm not too good at like real estate, so I don't know what you would call that.
Like a gazebo.
That sounds right. Like a screened-in porch, really. Mm-hmm. It was very tacky. But I will say that wasn't my first time getting booed.
yeah.
Actually, down here in like Alpharetta, shout out Nico. Nico, his dad owned this restaurant, and he's like Greco-Italian, so he's like Greek and Italian. And they like invited me to this open mic. There was 3 guys. They were all black, and then it was like a group full of old, like 40-year-old and like 60-year-old Italian men with like really hairy chests, and they were all just sitting out there. So they were like, perform.
Like a jester or something.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
crazy.
Like, fuck. I said like my first joke, and they were like, "You suck," and I was like, "All right."
Did you get paid for it though? Or?
Hell no. It was literally just because they were like, "Hey, we don't do anything to promote our restaurant."
Yeah.
And that restaurant went under, and they no longer have that restaurant. So actually, fuck you, Nico.
Yeah, good. Fuck you,
Shout
Nico.
out to
Yeah.
Nico.
Yeah.
It's very embarrassing. One guy said I looked like Kevin Hart, but if Kevin Hart like imploded, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means, but that's mean. So yeah. I don't do stand up anymore because of those 2 events.
Oh.
Yeah,
do
but and
it?
like the booing in LA was like really like, you're horrible. I hope you die.
Oh, it's like that?
Yeah.
Were they throwing like tomatoes or whatever?
Nah, they didn't do that.
Oh, for real?
Luckily, they could have. It was in a backyard. They could have grabbed the tomatoes out the fucking
That would
garden.
have been crazy.
Yeah, no, it was very, wasn't lit. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
That's really interesting because I feel like you would succeed pretty well in stand up.
So did I. I definitely thought I was going to, but
Wait, so Tammy mentioned earlier that you've been a writer for a while.
Yeah.
And then, so how long were you writing before you ended up like trying out like stand up and all the other ventures that you ended up trying to dabble in?
right. I would say my whole life.
Okay.
Not, that sounds very pretentious again, but like, I feel like my whole life I was like, oh, I'm funny, but like, I can take it up a notch.
Okay.
And then I like passed language arts. I didn't fail. So I was like, okay, I'm decent.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
decent.
I know English. Like,
Right.
it's tough.
Right. And then I did
Yeah.
like poetry competitions in high school.
Like slam poetry.
No.
Why do I not remember that?
Because I never told anybody. I
didn't
would
even
never-
remember
Who were
him
you-
in middle
Who were you
school.
going against?
I'm going against like random kids at like public libraries. It wasn't through the school. I made sure nobody saw me. I was like, this is horrible.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I can write a little bit.
Yeah.
And then when I got to college, that's when I think I was like, oh shit, okay. This is easy. I had a couple professors that were like, hey, you're pretty good. Like, you're not great, but like
Yeah.
you maybe one day could be good. And then like now I'm like mid, but like I think mid is enough to like survive.
Yeah.
Huh.
Depending, because I can get better.
What changed your mind? Like, what made you feel like you were mid? Because like you felt like you was funny like growing up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I think I benefit from being small, like backtracking to that. Like,
Okay.
I feel like people are like, we're never gonna take him serious. Ha 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 ha. That sounds like I'm not that sensitive. I'm not that insecure. I really need to anyway,
Okay.
regardless. It was like that. So I always felt like I was handicapped. I was like, oh, they're just giving me these laughs. And then like as it kept going, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, y'all can't really touch me. Like I'm really like I'm funny.
Yeah.
But then like my mom will be like, you're annoying. Like so like I don't know.
It always takes someone close to you to like humble you a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And it's my mom. Like of all people.
If it's not your mom, then
Hey, at
who
least it's
else
close
is
to
it?
home. At least she's like she's not like a yes man or something. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather her be that.
For real?
Hell yeah.
Nah, bro.
My parents are mean. Like
You
they
should
don't
try,
like me.
Do a private stand-up show for your parents.
I wanted to. So fun fact, my dad had a restaurant for a little bit and he did a stand-up event and he tried to convince me to go up.
Okay.
But my first joke was going to be about like if my dad ever cheated, what I would do to him.
Oh.
And then like I told my dad that's what the joke was about. And he was like, if you come, I'll beat your ass. So I was like, all right, man, that's the end of that.
That's
So,
what my joke was gonna be.
yeah. My parents don't love me. I'm gonna take off my jacket. I got really hot. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you got heated for a second.
Oh, yeah, by the way, if you ever need to take breaks or anything, just let us know, and we just pause and restart.
Yeah, I just did this really sloppy. I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm
you get-
disrespecting this house.
No, you get-
I don't know whose it is.
Oh,
I'm
no,
so
it's mine, it's
sorry.
mine.
It's very nice. I love your home.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
having me.
anyway, anything. I'm so sorry. But yeah.
When did you know that you wanted to like start pursuing writing though? More
I never
career-wise?
wanted to.
Is
Like
something you just
never in
got
my
into?
life. So like to be honest, I've made music since I was like 13.
Oh.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna be a rapper.
So that was your start.
That was it. That was
Okay.
like
Because you started off with poetry and you went into rap after? Or?
no, I started with rap. I would
Okay.
make like really vulgar, like disgusting, like I'ma kill everybody raps.
Like woo wop? Like, I'm going to
Yeah,
kill my mom.
That's a little kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
DDG's little.
Yeah, I was doing stuff like that. But like my favorite rapper, like now and especially back then, was like Tyler the Creator. So like it's like
Okay.
2009, 2010. I'm like, yeah,
I can see like Tyler-esque.
don't do that. I fucking hate that shit. Like, it's not intentional. And it's like this girl said that once on a date, and I just left. I was like, we have nothing else to talk about.
She started off with that? That was her opening line?
She was like, I like how you dress, but like, do you like Tyler the Creator or something? Like, I get it. Like, it's giving. And I was like, all right, I'm getting out of here. So,
I mean, it's always gonna be Tyler or Frank, right?
yeah.
Tyler or
I love
Frank?
Frank. I love Frank. Frank's my favorite.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I was like making music. Actually, damn. I'm sorry. This is gonna get me like really no, I'm joking. Me and my friends used to have a group chat when group chats first dropped on like iOS, like 7, I don't know. And I got an iPhone 4. I stole it from my brother. And I like went into my closet and I would make music in the voice memos. So I had like a tablet. I would play the beat and then I would like rap over it and we would send each other back and shout out BBS, Bear Bacon Squad, shout out Young Trap, shout out Young Beatty, YBG, Young Beatty God, shout out Kobe ain't had no name, shout out Young Hitter, shout out Lil BB. This is very
did I
ghetto.
know any of these guys?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, so all of those people you know by their real names.
What's going on?
Because I was like, we went to school together. I feel like I should know these guys.
Yeah, you knew basically my whole social circle. So. Yeah. They're great people. They're not great, but I love every single one of them for who they are. But it scared me.
No, but yeah, going back to your rap,
Yeah,
like how
yeah.
you started when you were like 13?
Yeah. So yeah, and then we would like make music like that, and then it like progressed to like I had like a Mac, so like I would just like. Well, actually, we would go over this one dude's house, Kobe, shout out Kobe, and we throw like a cover over like this Mac that Amarius's dad like stole, and he like dropped as he was stealing it. So like the whole back was out. So like think of like an iMac, like the big one.
Okay.
The whole back, you could like see like the battery and like the motherboard. Yeah. So we would go into like this room that had like a twin mattress on the floor because they had just moved into the house.
Yeah.
And it was like we put a cover over it, and it was a really like humble beginnings.
Y'all just
Okay.
making music that way?
Yeah. I only got on one song because I'll be honest with you, I sucked when I started. Like I was horrible.
I feel like that's the same for everybody, no?
Nah, these kids they were great
Like right off the get?
off the gate. Like Amarius had like 10,000 listens on SoundCloud when like in like 2014. That was like you're like borderline famous at that
I
point.
swear
That's
I should
crazy.
have heard this song then.
Young Hitter, man, he had a couple, and then Young Trap, which was Marco Lopez.
Oh.
Yeah, Marco Lopez. I love him. He's my. I love that nigga. Oh, I said,
No, you're good.
don't worry. We're not gonna say it no more. I love him. Yeah, so we just started making music from there, and then as like I think just like we separated as friends, like in high school, like we all played football. That was like the reason we knew each other, and then like after I quit, and then like everybody else quit, like we just stopped like hanging out as much, but we all still made music, and then people moved away, and I kind of just stuck with it, but never like did anything, and then like senior year of high school, I was like, yeah, I'm a rapper. You're gonna respect me as such. I want to be this. I'm gonna be this. and like I started putting out music, and it was really just about all the girls that like dubbed me in high school.
Oh, okay.
Like the whole time, like every other week, it was like another girl's name getting dropped in my song, so, and nobody listened.
So you like Drake? Like you just name dropping like Alicia, Katia, like
Exactly.
You
Alondra,
dropped like
all that
40
shit.
songs.
I did. I dropped at least like 35 songs in high school.
Yeah.
That many girls dubbed you?
It was a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I had like beef in high school.
Beef.
Yeah, I was beefing with this kid named Ant-Man. Shout out B-U-G
Yo,
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, Bugman.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's,
what?
he's good. He's good.
He's another friend of ours from high school, but he's also he's a filmmaker / rapper. He's actually really good.
So y'all as a whole group just
Music.
No, we beefing still to this. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
It was like our whole little school was kind of like really
Everyone's creative.
Everybody.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like top to bottom. Even him. Like
Yeah.
everybody was creative. Like Taman over here just walking in flexing, like wearing like everything he has in his closet. And then like
Sounds about right.
and he could pull out a fucking guitar and start playing it. And I'm like, what the hell are you? Like and that was just him.
No, but now he's wearing everything in your closet. So look how we progressed.
Full
You know what I'm saying?
circle.
That's beautiful.
That's
But
crazy.
in high school, if I find a picture, I'll put it up. I used to have braids and a lineup.
Oh, okay.
It was
In
horrible.
high
He was
school?
hard. He was hard as
I
fuck.
was really big into it. So I had like a man bun, drop fade, and then I would have like it looks like cornrows.
Oh, so you did it before it was like trendy or whatever.
Yeah, I just wanted to look cool.
Yeah,
but,
real Jeremy Lin-ish. you
Yeah,
know?
no,
Oh,
super.
right? Yeah.
Like imagine Jeremy. Yeah, it was like Jeremy Lin. But like I had a horrible hairline, so every time I went to a barber, they would do that spray paint to get my line up.
That's the best one.
And then I'd be showering, it just looks like mascara coming down my face.
That's crazy, bro.
I remember I got my hair long enough, and I was like, I need to find a barber. I've always been to a hair salon, but I've never been to a barber, right? So I'm on Google
No,
looking
finding
up
a
barbers.
good barber is tough, bro.
Yeah, and the worst part was like after I got my fade and everything done, he puts like this alcohol on my head, right? And I've never felt so much pain. I almost like punched a dude.
Wait, why?
Cause like they'll line you up and then they wipe you with alcohol
And it-
at a bar.
Burns, bro.
Burns.
Yeah.
I wanted to cry.
This is crazy. That happened to you in high school?
Yeah.
That's like black trauma. Like we go through that at like 3 years old. Like,
I saw for girls. I
tight.
saw a TikTok with hot combs.
oh shit.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what hot combs are, but like it's for I guess curl your hair and they just comb it out, right?
Yeah. It's like a hair straightener, essentially.
Oh, okay.
It's very like prehistoric. Like you literally put it on a fire for like I don't know how many
Yeah,
minutes.
there's like machines that the combs are connected with like the toaster. Well, not like an actual toaster, but it gets the combs hot. So it's like fucking like.
Yeah, I've never seen that shit. That's wild.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm learning something new every day.
But your music, do you think that was your gateway into writing for like film and screenplay and stuff like that?
Yeah, how did we transition there? Like what happened?
Because you also did poetry too, no?
Yeah.
I did listen to your music on SoundCloud, the recent one.
Raise your mic a little
It
bit.
sounds like more like poetry than rap. I like it a lot.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's not intentional, so that's probably not a good thing. But thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know. I think life just kind of like just comes at you and like I mean everything's for a reason at some point. I don't know. I'm not really spiritual or anything, but it was just like an easy transition. Well, no, okay, like to be like completely transparent, it was like I'm not a rapper. Like I haven't made money. I'm just doing this shit for fun. And it was like my dad kind of sat me down and was like, "You're either gonna be a doctor or you're gonna die."
Oh,
And
so
I was
just like us.
basically.
What was your rap
The
name
Asian
though?
parents.
So in the beginning, this is cute. Okay,
Yeah.
in the beginning, it was Lil Peaches,
Huh?
like dead ass, Lil Peaches. It's a long story. It's a long story. And then it went to Chuck B because my middle name
I
is
remember
Charles.
Chuck B.
Right.
I
yeah.
remember Chuck B.
Okay.
Chuck B. And then I went through a phase where I was obsessed with having like a gang associated with me,
Oh,
but not
okay.
like blood, like nothing like that. Just like
Yeah.
like back in the day, like ASAP Mob, Pirate Clan, like a lot of those like gangs were like in hip hop. So I called myself Chuck B of Pirate Clan. I don't even know what the fuck that was.
Oh, you just add yourself into the
Just added some shit.
Yeah.
And then like the next was like Chuck B of Disciples of the Hill.
Oh.
Dude, if I didn't know who you are, I would just think you're naming your IGN names for like Call of Duty or something.
Basically, yeah. This is a gamer
Oh.
tag. Yeah, this is the dumbest shit ever.
Okay.
And then it went to Chuck Rock, which I couldn't use because I found out it's a video game from Sega from like the
really?
80s. Yeah.
Huh.
So then it stumbled upon like everybody was like, pick a name. Because I would change it like every 10 minutes. Like my Twitter would be something different. And then I just stuck with Beck's because it's like my middle name.
Okay.
Or not my middle name, my last name. Like the first 4 letters are Beck.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, that works. Changed a couple letters up, added an S because like there's a Beck. He's like famous apparently. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who the fuck he is.
Yeah,
he won like
yeah.
a Grammy or some shit. And like Kanye interrupted him. So like that was like the second time that's happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, y'all don't even know who Beck is, do y'all?
No,
See,
I really
everybody
don't.
here is just like, yeah, fuck Beck.
But
so hopefully he dies.
Now you're at 555 Striker.
That's just
Where did that come from?
Just an Instagram handle.
this is really weird. Actually, it's this kid named Jake Hoffman. Another shout out. So this is all this is gonna be is just shout outs.
He sounds
This
familiar.
is hella
too.
shout outs today. Yeah.
Yeah, he's this tall kid. He played baseball. He's a pitcher.
He's younger than me.
A
He's
couple
a-
years younger than you.
Yeah.
Tall, white.
Yeah.
And his name on Instagram was Striker555. And I saw him in like academies or whatever the hell the shit was called.
And you took that shit.
I was like, that's a stupid name. I love it.
Yeah.
And then I followed him on Instagram because I saw it like that. And then like a week later, he changed it to like Jake Kaufman 33. And I was like, what the fuck? I just told you I liked it. Why'd you change it?
Yeah.
And he was like, it's yours now. And I was like, well, I can't be Striker 555.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be 555 Striker.
But he passed on the torch though.
He passed the torch. Shout out Jake, man.
Yeah. Cool dude. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't really know. We weren't like friends.
Okay.
But we add each other on Instagram, so.
Oh, so y'all Instagram official. Y'all
Yeah,
friends,
low key. Like
Yeah.
once a year, he'll like be like, "Damn, you still have the name?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, not shit changed." So 7 years and counting.
Okay.
God, that'd be sick if like when one of the screenplays come out and says written by 555 Striker.
I'd love that. I'd fucking die for that. That'd be so cool.
But I mean, being in that industry, you probably signed a lot of NDAs, right?
A shit ton. Yeah.
And so how far can that go? I mean, you're super excited about this new project they're gonna be writing on and stuff like that,
Right.
but you can't tell anyone about it.
Right. You just can't be public. That's the only thing. It's like,
But you can tell like close friends and family, I'm assuming.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like I can tell anybody. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what the hell a non-disclosure agreement really is. I don't care what it is.
I can't
either.
even spell disclosure, honestly. That shit crazy.
Me neither. I'll be honest with you. So it's just like, I mean, it's just one of those things where I think, like, from like me trying to be as much of an artist as I can, like signing it is very important because you want to keep like your IP protected and make sure that like you're not like nobody's compromising your vision or nobody's able to take it away from you, especially. So, I mean, but then when it comes from like a mega corporation, like, you know, the big guys like Disney and all of that, like, you know, they just want to do it so they can like sue somebody. And now you're like, oh my God, what did they sue them for?
Yeah.
Like, what are they trying to hide? And then they show you like Elementals, which drops in July. I don't know. I'm not associated with that.
I was about to be like, are you?
God damn.
Nah, I just watched The Little Mermaid and that was like the first commercial. So I was like, yeah. It looks pretty sick.
Oh, but you've written on pretty big platforms like FX and Hulu and stuff. How did you get your foot in the door to get into such big platforms like that?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you can't just like land in one day and like just
Like
be
a
like, yo, I'm here now. I'm
connection
writing
or-
this
Because
shit.
to a lot of people, if they're full-time writing, they get a project from Hulu. That's
Right.
like huge for them.
Right. So if anybody from Hulu or FX is listening, I am nobody. Don't come for me. Don't look at me. Actually, it really was just so like I won a couple screenwriting like competitions. Nothing crazy, just like small little festivals or small little like scholarship programs.
How do you even find out about those?
So that's kind of like my junior year of college.
Yeah.
Which I'm still technically in because I dropped out. This guy, I took a screenwriting class and a playwriting class at the same time because I was like trying to figure out like I told my dad I didn't want to be a doctor. Wasted 3 years of college. And like I bumped around so much, and then like one day during the summer, I was like, "Nah, Dad, I want to make movies. I've been lying to you. I don't even go to school basically. Like I'm just at the crib, and I just pass these classes. Like this is what I want to do."
I see.
And he was like, "Bet, but let's get a degree." So I was like, "All right, cool." Finally supporting me. He wasn't. He was just mad that he had already wasted like $10,000, which isn't a lot. Like shut up. So then So then, like, after I got into the communication school, I took, like, screenwriting. And the first teacher I had, I forgot his name, something Olson. He was, like, real cool.
I think his name is Mr. Olson.
Nah, we didn't call him that. I think we called him his first name or something like that.
Okay.
And I, like, wrote a couple things, and he was like, oh, this is kind of good. Like, yada, yada, yada. You should, like, really take this serious. You're never going to make money. You're never going to have a livelihood that you can support off of it if you just do this one thing. But it's a good foot in the door for, like, what you want to do. Because, like, my goal in life is to have, like, an album out, possibly a Grammy,
Okay.
a movie out, a couple movies out, and an Oscar. And then, like, I want to have, like, a Pulitzer Prize. I should probably know it if I want it.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
So like Jamie Foxx.
Right. Or I want a Mark Twain Award.
Okay.
That's like the only things I want to do in life.
What's the Mark
That guy
Twain
has
award?
a.
No, it's
You've
the
never
one
heard
that
of Mark
Dave
Twain?
Chappelle got recently, right?
Yeah. So it's for, like, achievements in comedic arts.
Oh, okay.
I think they have, like, other, like, categories. Yeah. So it's kind of like a Nobel Peace Prize or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
one of those things,
Yeah.
but it's more centered towards the arts. So I want one of those. Again, don't really know what it is. I just know they have a whole ceremony, and that's tight. Like, I'm not that egotistic, but it'd be cool for, like, 1,000 people to show up just to, like, hear me be like, I love y'all. Shout out to such and such, like I've done this whole time.
We did do that. High school graduation.
Wait.
There was like thousands of people there.
Nobody fucking knew me. Like, I graduated barely. Well, no, I graduated, but, like, I almost failed, like, senior year. Like, I think I had, like, 350s just going into, like, second semester. And I was just like, fuck it. Actually, the last class that we took together, Miss Lopez, fuck her.
Fuck her.
Thank you.
Right?
I hated her.
What did Miss Lopez?
She only liked the white cheerleaders and
Yep.
only were nice to them.
Yep.
See a couple minorities like this?
Yep.
Nah.
Taman was too dark for her. That's
Yeah.
how, like, crazy she was.
Oh,
Her
shit.
hair, all that shit was crazy, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and the funny part is her name is Jennifer Lopez. So she married, like, an ethnic
Man.
but he's not ethnic. Like, if you see him, you're like, oh, that's Bob. But, like, his name is, like, something. I think it's Mario Lopez. Not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like,
You're lying.
No.
I swear, like,
No, they have like
Lopez and Mario.
they have like celebrity names, but they're the whitest motherfuckers you will ever see.
It's like the
Yeah.
Walmart version.
yeah.
Okay.
No, for sure. Even though Mario Lopez is low key, like, white himself, like,
It was kind of weird because that teacher, she was our teacher, but she had a little brother the same age as us.
Did she really?
He was like one of the best wide receivers at our competing school.
I did not know that. I didn't know that. Fuck him. I don't know him, but they're all getting shots, whole family. But yeah, graduation, nobody liked me. I almost got kicked out of graduation because I wore shorts and you weren't supposed to. So my dad had to bring me pants. He was really pissed about that. So,
Okay.
Okay,
but I don't know what
graduated.
we started on. But yeah, we're
No,
here.
we were talking about how like you had aspirations on having like movies and like an album
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
an award and
Mark
stuff like
Twain
that.
Award.
Yeah. Mark. Yeah, shout out Mark.
Wait, you know who you remind me of in terms of like aspirations and stuff like that? You remind me of like Will Smith a lot.
I'll take offense to that.
What, is that a bad thing? Like-
Yeah, I hate Will Smith.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm
Why
like
is that?
the only person on earth that hates him.
Oh
Wait,
shit!
why?
Why is that?
I just always hated Will Smith.
No, but like, what about it?
I don't know.
Just does.
Huh?
I don't know.
Yo, The
Oh.
Pursuit of Happiness was a pretty good movie.
Fuck that movie.
Okay.
I love his son. I love Jaden Smith.
Huh?
I
Yeah.
feel like people hate Jaden Smith more than
Exactly. That's why it's fuck Will Smith.
Are you just doing this to be controversial right now?
I'm not. You can ask anybody that knows me.
Yeah.
I hate Will Smith.
You always have? Or it's
Every-
like
He came out the
Ever
womb
since I
just
was
like
a
with a
kid.
sign like, "Yo, fuck Will Smith."
fuck Will
Do you just
Smith.
see him as competition?
No, he looks like a zebra. I just hate his face.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie, like I watched everything he was in. Like I'm a real hater. Like I show up to the movies opening night just to hate on him. Like you suck.
Okay.
Like everything. Hancock watched it like 20 times. Still hate the movie.
Yeah.
20 times.
iRobot used to scare the shit out of me as a kid. Hate him for that. I hate everything he's ever done.
Okay.
Do you
I
hate
bought his
it?
book.
I got his book too.
That's how much. Like I'm real deal hating on him till I
Yeah.
die. Like, and that's bad because
You
the
go
one
to
thing I
his
want to
meet and
do.
greets and everything?
If I see him outside, I'ma just hate him.
Okay.
Like everything about him sucks. His wife, ill.
But
She's
his
very.
son, it's okay.
I love his son and his daughter. She's great. I love Willow. She's amazing.
Okay.
And then how pretentious do you have to be to name your daughter Willow? Ew.
And Jay didn't. You fuck. Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
And then he named the other one Trey.
Yeah.
Like the one before, like the illegitimate child. Yeah.
Oh,
I
was
didn't
gonna say,
even know they had
That's
another
from his
child.
ex-wife. Yeah.
I did not know they had
yeah.
a child.
Wait, is he gone?
No, he normal. He normal.
Oh.
He just like a regular guy. Yeah, he didn't want to be famous. So like,
Yeah.
Just see, I know so much about him. That's how much I hate him. Everything.
That makes
I'm
sense.
sorry.
No, because like every other hater out there, they're so half-assed about it. It's like you might as well go all like balls to the wall. You feel me?
Okay, but
Legit.
let's say Will comes to you and goes, "Hey, I need you to write me a movie."
Bro, I'm
And
gonna
this
be a
is-
garbage man. I don't care. Fuck him. Fuck him. This hate will never die. And if
Okay.
you see this Will Smith and you have money for me, I love you and you're amazing. But like until I die,
But after he gets that check, though, fuck you though.
fuck you. I will shit on everything about him.
Have you ever written anything and it's aired and you've hated it completely of what you added?
So that's the fun part. In what I do, I really like traditionally just write punch up. So a lot of what I write is like edits, if anything. I'm like a really good proofreader, and then I just add like a spin to it, and they either take it or they don't. So like I've sold things that like I don't know where they're at. Like they're just in the ether. Like who knows if they'll ever come out.
You just send it out there, like
Basically, so like you get like an agent. This agent sets up meetings with like you have pitch meetings. You'll either talk to like execs or you can talk to like a content developer, which is like a company that then goes and sell the thing for you that you then give another percentage to at the end of like this whole cycle of you trying to get your project out there. And so like I've done like little things. I sold like the script that I won the competitions with, and like that just never happened because I won it like in the middle of the pandemic. So they were like, we love it. Yeah. Da 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 da. Here's like $2,500.
and then they shelve it somewhere.
And you
It's
never hear
somewhere.
about it
How
ever
much?
again?
How much money we talking you've made from selling scripts?
Not that much. Like enough. Like it's cool. Like I don't want to like put my figures out there because like yeah. Like what's taxes? But no, just because like not a lot. Not okay. I've made enough money to like be all right.
No,
Okay.
but even lately with like making money off of writing and stuff like that, because making money off of like a creative job itself is pretty hard.
Horrible.
But didn't you mention there was like, or some, like, what's your experience with the strike stuff going on?
The Writers
Or
Guild and
writers,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so like traditionally, not every writer is in the guild because it costs money to be a part of like
It's like Greek life, right?
essentially.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's just a labor union, so
Okay.
you really can't be in there unless you pay your dues.
Yeah.
So like my experience within the WGA is like very limited because of I'm cheap and like if you're not credited, like a lot of the times like there's just no point of ever joining the guild. But I have like a lot of friends that are in it, and essentially the strike is just over like labor conditions, which is always weird because like you're a writer, like what are your labor conditions? Working at home? Like it's not like too crazy, but at the same time it's like your turnover rate has to be like really high.
Yeah.
And like the main thing that like got hit immediately were like late night talk shows because they're writing 5 days a week. They have to write segment for segment. The person who hosts the show, he's not doing anything. He might put like his little spin once it goes to production, but like
Conan.
yeah, I love him. He's
I
amazing.
love Conan.
I'm so sad he like stepped away, but his podcast is dope. No, fuck every other podcast except for this one. But
I like the switch.
yeah, so it's really it's a little fucked up. So like the
Yeah.
big thing that they're arguing for right now is their rights when it comes to like residuals from streaming. Because they've never put a structure out for that. And
Yeah.
now, especially because of the pandemic, everybody
Yeah.
has a streaming platform.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where the last one was in 2007, it lasted 100 days, and it kind of came out better. But like now, this one could like not end for a while because until they give the money to the writers, like they're a little fucked. Because like if you look up online how much a writer makes, like the scale is literally from like $18,000 a year to like $250,000 a year. There's no job in like America that has that big of a scale.
Yeah.
The range is crazy.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
And then like you get your royalty rate every time it's streamed because like not every time it's streamed, but every time it's aired because ad agencies pay these networks to then put their ads in between these shows. So like you don't make money unless your show is out there.
Yeah.
And then you have these people that kind of just take these checks because they write for streamers.
Yeah.
And they'll give them like a base, like here's $15K for this contract. Are you writing for however many months it takes to write this show? Which given how production works and shit like that, like it may be like you write on this show for 2 months, you might write on this show for a whole year before it even touches the air. So you're fiending off of like $25K that you got in January. You can't make that stretch for, 11, 12 months.
And if you live in LA too, it's like mad expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's just not justifiable at all. So honestly, it's probably the most noble fight in entertainment that they're fighting right now because nobody wants to be a writer. Like it's hard. Like it's not easy. I'm not even great at it. I just do it. Like I know there's people that are like fucking biting like tooth and nail just to get a little bit of shot, like of a shot, and they're actually like great. Like they're the next whoever you want to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a weird situation.
Yeah.
It's a great time to not be a part of the guild because you could just take everybody's job.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's like they don't even want you because they're like, we'll just shelve this. We'll make money off the projects that are already in production. Because kind of how it works, by the time they're shooting, they don't need a writer. Because now it's just the director, it's the first AD, it's whoever that goes in and like edits or goes in and like rewrites things. So once it gets to production, it's like whatever. Writers are really for pre-production, so they need to outline everything that's gonna happen in the script or what's gonna happen this season and things like that. Like they're like the future thinkers that like the other people just get to come in and like do that, So it definitely is kind of just a fuck scenario. Hopefully it works out for everybody, because then I can get back into it like full swing and make a lot of money. And then like when you guys talk to me next, we're on like a boat or some shit because your podcast is doing amazing.
It's
Exactly.
you, like Jordan Peele.
No.
Fuck that guy too.
No, I love him. I love him so much. I could never meet him. Like I would like.
Why is that? Yeah.
I would cry. I love him. Like he's my favorite human. Like he's like in my top 5 of like humans that's ever existed.
Okay.
Like he's just, he's what I want to be. Like I want to be funny. I want to do stupid, quirky shit. I want to marry that girl from fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Wait, he married a girl from Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Not the cute one.
Amy Santiago?
No.
Oh, Rosa? The Hispanic one?
No. What's her name? She's the annoying one.
Oh no.
Gina.
Okay, I'm
Chelsea
not that jealous
Parati,
anymore.
I think that's her name. No offense, she's like cute, but
I'm not that jealous anymore.
Right. But yeah, like I want to be him because like when you said like I look at you and I'm think like Will Smith.
Yeah.
Like my like go to in my head is like Donald Glover. Like I want to be Childish Gambino to like a T.
Yo, speaking of Donald Glover, at like that show he's on, it's called Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
and he writes
amazing.
that himself, no? Like he was like the he produces it or something along those lines.
So
That's
I know
his show, right?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
It's like him and his brother. So his brother Steven is like really the brain, I would say, because he's busy. So I feel like Donald's not like, do this. But like they have a dope ass show. Of course it's over now, so it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But like they actually just had another show that just dropped though called Swarm. It's pretty good. It's on Prime. I feel like everybody has Prime, right? Amazon's taking over the world.
Is it like similar to Atlanta? Or-
No, it's entirely different. So it's like a horror like genre show.
Oh, interesting.
So it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
At what point? I feel like Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, made like a switch
What do you
from his like 3005 era to him making what's that one song? This Is America.
Facts.
Yeah, like it's like a total switch.
I heard an interview about that where he said where that switch was because they said something along the lines of like he would never be able to win like an award. Like was it like an Emmy or something for that?
Right.
Or like a Grammy? And that's when he was like, yo, like fuck that. Like I'm gonna show y'all that I could,
I feel like Kendrick
really?
did the same switch too.
Yeah.
Kendrick's
Facts.
like shows became more political and just like pushing his message. Or
his last album though was about him cheating on his wife the whole time. So like he kind of went back a little bit. You know what I mean? So respect. I've never cheated on a wife, but
so do you have a role model in that industry that you're working in right now?
probably the last two that I just said, like
Okay.
Jordan Peele
Peele.
and Childish Gambino.
Okay,
really?
let me phrase it to you like this. Like if you had to pick having dinner or like a conversation with like one or the other, who would you pick?
Ooh, that's a good question. My heart wants to say Childish Gambino, but like realistically, it would probably be Jordan Peele because like
Really?
Yeah, because like I know what I would get from like a Childish Gambino. Like he's been through everything, so like he just has too much to say. But like Jordan Peele, yeah, I know I get bored. I'd be like,
I love you now, but stop talking. Like,
yeah. But then like Jordan Peele, like I feel like when he came into like making movies, we only saw him as Key and Peele.
No.
And then he just makes this weird ass like, what if white people took our skin? And we're just like, nah.
It's a huge pivot from like whatever he was known for.
Entirely. And I mean, in the same vein.
When I first heard that he was dropping a movie or something, I thought it was gonna be like a comedy.
Right.
And I watched the trailer and I was like,
what the hell? And not only is it just horror, but it's like mental,
it's like thrillers,
psychological.
right? They're like thrillers.
Yeah.
Well, he says it's horror, which like I don't agree with because it's not like scary.
I don't think it's.
I mean, it was
Like a
scary though to
thriller.
be like, oh my god, this white person might take my brain. Like that was like a little fucked up. I mean, y'all didn't probably have to think about it too much, but like I was like, oh fuck. I heard a teacup and I was like, I'm not going there.
Sunken place, not for me, bro.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So is there a show that you would really want to write on if you had the opportunity right now?
Yeah, like your dream
Show
your
or
dream
movie?
show.
If they drop Game of Thrones again, not the Targaryen shit, that shit's ass. But if they do like another one, like another storyline, I'd love to do that. I want to get into like sci-fi shit because like sci-fi.
really?
And like,
Yeah. Or if they do another Star Trek and they just do like a whole new story, I would do that. So I don't really have like anything specific
Why
now.
can I not like imagine you writing sci-fi shit?
Oh, I know. I probably can't. But like, I'd love
most
to
of
try.
like the topic of things that you've written for has been like comedy based or centered around.
I think actually to this point everything.
Yeah.
So the only thing that hasn't been has been like the short film stuff that I've written like for like school and like competitions.
Yeah.
That's all been like dramatic or romantic because like I'm a rom-com guy.
Me too.
Oh.
Facts.
Me too.
I need love.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah.
Would you ever transition into writing to acting?
Never.
Never.
Really?
Never. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with like.
Be on screen?
I think it's less of that because like I wanted to as a kid.
Yeah.
And then I tried out for like a Campbell's chicken noodle soup commercial. And they picked my brother because he was lighter, and I was like, yeah, fuck acting. So after that, I was just like, but like as a kid, I was a Disney Channel kid. Like I love like High School Musical. Like Corbin Blue was amazing. Zac Efron. The Sprouse twins, they're horrible now. I hate them now. Like,
Really?
they're just annoying. Like shut up. But like back then, I was like, I died to be them. Shia LaBeouf, probably the one I can't name either, but like he was like Jesus to me.
Oh.
Shia LaBeouf?
I thought he was amazing.
Like in Transformers?
Even
No,
Stevens?
like even Stevens. Even Stevens. Like I was like, yeah, he's it. Him and like Drake and Josh. Like I was like,
Oh my god.
and then Keenan and Kel. I can go on and on for days about like TV shows, but like that was like the stuff I was like, I want to do this. And then I got older, and like my mom was like, you should do theater, because they were like, you're a theater kid, like you're weird, you're quirky, you're loud. And then like I did one thing like freshman year, I tried out for something, and the lady was like, you're just too much, like tone it down. And like in my head, I'm a good kid, but I'm really bad inside. So I was about to be like, you no. But I like held it back, and I was just like, you just ruined this again. The same way that Campbell's chicken noodle soup commercial. So yeah, long story short, no.
Okay.
I would never. Unless it's like some stuff I wrote and it's just me, and it's like me
Like
in
a
a
one-man
room.
show?
Yeah.
So you more so want to be like the writer director type of
Like Adam
creative
Sandler.
figure?
Yeah. So the goal is always directing.
Directing.
Like writing is just, I think, what I was called to do at a time. Because like it was just like, you can't just go and direct. You can't just pull up like, hey, give me this movie. They're gonna be like, leave. And there's like, if you really look at it, there's only like, I'm kind of being like hyperbolic, but there's like 40 directors. Like, you know everybody that's directing, and if you don't, it's really a shit movie, and like you don't care that they directed it. So like being a director just takes time, and the easiest way to do it is just to be a writer director. That way, whatever you write is like gospel, like Adam Sandler. Like his movies aren't great, like they're not the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
But you'll watch every single one because you're like, oh, that's Adam Sandler. Or you probably won't watch every single one because I'm gonna be honest with you, they're ass. But like, you know what I mean? Like it's just one of those things. And like my favorite writer for TV is this guy named Aaron Sorkin. So he wrote this show called The West Wing. It's all right. It got like Charlie Sheen's dad in it.
Okay.
Not even Charlie Sheen, but Charlie Sheen's
No,
dad.
just his dad. Martin Sheen, I think that's his name. But really, so you know the guy from the Mighty Ducks, the head coach, Emilio Estevez. That's Charlie Sheen's brother.
Oh.
So the whole Sheen family just be acting, huh?
Yeah, they're lit. They're real lit. But
Like the Olsen twins.
yeah. The Olsen family is deep. They got like 30 people in the
crazy.
industry. Yeah, I like that. I wish that was me. Like just a bunch of cousins and family members just like in acting.
Just like
Yeah.
10 Filipinos and you.
Or like the Wayans family.
Yeah, all the
The
yeah.
Marlon Wayans and all of them.
So
yeah.
stuff like that as a kid, that's what I like watched. Cause like my dad loves comedy.
Yeah.
And like he was one of those dads that was like, yeah, I'm gonna fall asleep on the couch. You're not supposed to watch this. I'll be like, all right. And then
you watch
like
it anyways?
just peek my head through the corner and like
Yeah.
watch it the whole time. And like he'd be like, come here, look at this again. And we'd like rewind it. And that's like the only good memory of my dad. Like,
I mean, that, for me, it's be like 4 in the morning. Like 4 in the morning, and I just hear from the side of my head.
George Lopez. Yeah.
That was my shit growing up.
I love
Good
that.
night.
Yeah.
They
You would
made
never
like a
sleep.
reboot, and it's pretty bad.
Yeah, doesn't it
They
have like a
rebooted
black
that?
kid in it or something?
Yeah, iCarly made a reboot too, but it's like an
Oh, she
adult
did.
version.
I
of
heard they be
iCarly.
cussing in that shit now.
Yeah, they do.
That
They
shit's
talk about like
wild.
sex and everything.
Huh.
I mean, it's like the like Fuller House made it. I don't know what it is for the last few years, but they made rebooting. I think everyone's just running out of ideas.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot. They try to. So it's actually funny. I don't know. This is gonna get a little political.
Okay.
But they say every time like some fucked up shit happens to like an ethnic group, they give like one person a show from that ethnic group.
Oh,
So
That's
think
so
about
true.
it.
I was like that.
No,
Okay.
actually.
The one that's happening like right now, if you like really look at it, like if you are Asian, you're just getting like
I
streamlined,
was literally gonna say.
and it's perfect. I mean, fuck it, take your opportunity.
yeah,
like
they're putting Aquafina in every single movie right
That's
now.
exactly what I'm
Look at
saying.
Aquafina.
You know, after COVID and stuff and all that Asian brutality stuff, now you see
Exactly.
so many Asian TV
Yeah.
shows, actors,
fresh off the
everything,
boat, Crazy Rich
Yeah.
Asians.
So my favorite one, the one that just dropped, Beef.
Oh,
with Halle
that
Berry,
was so good.
Gas.
Yeah.
And like that's all because like what was happening in New York and
Hell yeah.
LA of like Asian people like just getting beat up.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like if you track it, like when Trayvon Martin got like, this is a little too political, but like when that happened, or like George Floyd, like you would see like 10 new black shows. And it's kind of lit. Like I'm not even gonna lie, like if that's what it takes to like get representation, take advantage of it. I know that's a fucked up thing to say, but like we're not gonna get representation unless they give it to us. So anyway we get it, we just gotta show up and show out. And it's like Crazy Rich Asians is like the biggest movie of like the past 15 years. Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah.
Biggest movie probably
Huge.
ever.
Yeah.
And like nobody cared that it was Asian people. Like
Yeah.
that had nothing to do with it. It was just a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
haven't
they
even watched
acted
that
like
movie
we
yet.
couldn't make good movies. Like ethnic people don't have the knack to make good movies. It's like no. Like that had nothing to do with being Asian in America. It was just a story about like a mom, a dad, and their daughter, and just like what happens when you have a kid. And of course it's like some quirky weird shit, but like
Yeah.
it took an Asian guy getting beat up for us to get that movie. It's fucked, but it's like so that's my only political stance.
There's like there's like a meme that like Netflix will buy anything.
Yeah.
How true is that? Like you pitch
Anything?
like they'll
Yeah.
buy any script and make a movie out of it.
Yeah.
It's like a whole meme.
Yeah, I had a friend who he wrote something and he said he walked into like 30 meetings, nothing. Crickets. Everybody was like, fuck that.
Okay.
His last meeting was with Netflix. And they were like, we see this as a trilogy. And he was like, nah, bro. So, I mean, it's low-key true. Like, I've never had contact with Netflix. I probably never will now that I've said that.
Would you like to though?
No, fuck Netflix. I don't even have Netflix. Like,
Really?
I don't know the last. I watched Beef on like this like. I
Bootleg
can't say
shit.
that. Yeah,
It's illegal.
not to be that guy.
Like,
but, like,
it's not a .com, it's like a .ru or something.
yeah. So like, I don't really care. Actually, I used to watch it off like this girl. She had like a Discord server, and like she would just stream it in the Discord server. I was like, oh, this is lit. So
Netflix party.
Yeah, send me the link. Send me the link.
I got you.
Yeah,
Anytime.
yeah.
She just watches like random shit, and it's just like her on her couch, and like you just got her screen.
It's just
of,
on
like,
all the time.
On like probably like 19 hours a day.
Oh, word.
It's a little weird. It's a little weird because it's like a bunch of like 50-year-old dudes in it. I wish. Like I'm watching it, I'm like,
Wait, Sam, you can talk in the mic, bro. Just if you got a question, just ask.
I don't want to do that. That sounds scary. I'm scared.
So
You're not even in the camera, bro. Like if you want to talk, just talk, bro.
So, like selling scripts in my mind, you walk into this meeting, right?
Right.
How do you sell a whole script? Because that's like a 2-hour, 30-minute script you wrote, right?
You can't sell half a script.
Like,
I'll
is it
tell you
like
that.
a like
So,
a
do you
physical
read
product?
through the whole thing, or do you just
Hell
kind of
no.
skim?
hell no. So like there's this thing called a log line. Like as basic as it can get. It's like you have basically a sentence to tell them what your movie is about, and like how we were taught in school. Because, like, I'll go through this whole thing never being professionally trained. Like, I won't go to, like, a film institute. I won't do none of that shit. Like, fuck that. Okay. There's just no point. You're just wasting money for somebody to tell you your idea is not good enough. And then that person's never done shit with their life. Like, they just directed, like, Arby's commercial. Like, you suck. So, you go in really, like, hopefully, like, if it's set up perfectly, you go in with an agent. The agent has whatever connection he has. You're meeting with, you might not even meet with anybody important the first meeting. It might just be, like, the guy who gets the director's coffee, but he's like the guy in between it. Or you'll meet with like somebody in casting if they work directly with the studio or with like a network. And then you tell them this log line of like, I don't know, drug dealing priest saves the city. Like, it's something as basic as that. You're supposed to do it in as less words. I'm not saying that properly, but
just make it real concise, like nice and
very
well
Like a
packaged.
thesis statement or something?
Yeah, because you got to think.
It's like an elevator pitch. Like, you're trying to get it out real quick.
Exactly. So if you can't get it out, I think they say in like 2 sentences or less, just scrap it. Like, come up with a better idea.
Okay.
So you do that, and then they'll ask for like a spec or like an outline, or so like a spec script is really just like you can do like the first 30 pages or whatever it is. I mean, they'll never just like sit there and like read through it as you're like, yeah, so this is what I'm thinking about this, and this, unless you're like rich and famous and like you already have the access. But like for a guy like me who's just trying to sell something, most of the time it's like I give my little gist. Well, most of the time it's just like I'm sending stuff and like proofs that are watermarked so that nobody can steal my stuff. And then like, I mean, they can still steal it. They'll just be like, yeah, I changed it up a little bit. His name isn't Josh, it's Jacob. Like, it's stuff like that. I mean, that just happens. I mean, that's the industry. Who really cares? But like, you do that, and then so like naturally, especially since COVID, it's going to be more like you send a script in, have a Zoom meeting, whatever. But like traditionally, it's like a log line. You say your little bit. You tell them what you think the script is about. They might read like a couple pages of the first act, the third act, just to see like where the story progresses.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
Well, generally, how many of those meetings or like people do you have to go through to get like something like greenlit?
Yeah.
So like I've had a couple like people that I've known and like a couple people that I've like or just heard and like listened to. Like, it's been like you might go 2 meetings, you might go 20 meetings. Like, it's just up to what the studio wants at the time.
Okay.
And
So there's no like
right
exact
door.
range, yeah.
No, not at all.
Okay.
They might buy it off the log line. Like, again, like not to harp on that like political point, but like they might just need that one little thing that has somebody that's not like the standard in it.
Okay.
So they'll just buy it like that because the log line says black kid ran into this, or Asian kid did this, or little Mexican kid does like, it's just one of those things
And they
where
can just like pay you for that idea too.
Basically.
And then
they'll buy
make
it
you
just so
sign
you'll shut up.
something. Oh,
Yeah. Sometimes it's just
So
like
now
that.
I'm just like thinking like whoever came out with the Shang-Chi, their log line was Asian kid with 10 rings.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like some random white guy who's just
Now
like,
that kid's like a billionaire. Whoever came up with that idea.
Probably.
Speaking of like money, how do you decipher of how much they can pay you or you want from the script?
I mean, it's up to you. It's your discretion. Like, if you want 10,000, you demand 10,000. Well, not demand because you'll never get another job again. But I mean, you can ask. I mean, it's just up to you. Like, honestly, most writers just give it up. Like, if you're a writer, you're gonna write something else. You never think like the thing you just wrote is the best thing. And if you do, you're just gonna be a shit writer because that means you like limit yourself to like an idea.
Yeah.
You really got to just keep going and just chugging. Because I mean, realistically, like if you think about it, like Quentin Tarantino was like mid 30s, early 40s when he made his first movie, and then now he's like the most famous writer director of all time. Steven Spielberg, a little bit older, he wanted to be a screenwriter and a producer and a director his whole life. It took him to like 28. And then he made like Indiana Jones, and then he made E.T. So it takes a while.
Michael Bay,
yeah, that weirdo.
explosions everywhere.
That's
Is he
all
the
he
director
does.
for Transformers?
Yeah. No, every single one of Michael Bay's movies, there's at least like $30 million budget for explosives.
Crazy. He's a nut. I love him. He's awesome.
So have you written a full movie before?
Yeah, pretentiously. Yeah, I have my like semi autobiographical like movie like just on tap. So I'm gonna get famous and then like shop it around.
Set it on the side for one day when you want to release that.
Exactly. It's beautiful. I think it's very poetic. It deals with a lot of touchy subjects that I think will be prevalent no matter when I drop it. And I'm gassing it just so that one day when like it drops and it flops, people are gonna be like, "You fucking lied."
How long did it take you to write a full movie?
Like if you're good, it takes you like 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, low key.
Jeez.
I mean, okay, so essentially a page is a minute. So hour and a half movie is 90 pages. So it's not that intense. And you have to think like the spacing of a script. I should have just brought a script. That'd be kind of lit. Like show and tell.
You don't keep one in like your back pocket or nothing?
Hell no, I don't care about none of that. Like,
Word.
if people never know I write, I'd love that. As I say that, as we're doing something public, but like, I would never care. But so like a page is essentially a minute. How it's spaced it's a lot. I mean, and you don't fill everything with dialogue. Like, it's really not that hard. Like a lot of it is just like setting, scene, all this other shit that like you don't really care about as like somebody reading a script, but then when you see it, you're like, oh, okay, I get why he said that or why he did that, or like, it's a lot. So like you can have shot sequences if you want. Never do that. Any future writer, don't put a shot sequence in some shit you're trying to sell. You're not fucking God. Like you don't know what the shit's gonna look like because there's 1,000 visions. I mean, I can write man walks into a bar and you might shoot it from the bar's perspective. You might shoot it from the lady sitting at the edge. You might do it from the guy. You might do it from outside the bar 1,000 feet away. Like there's just so many ways to like write. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
So after, let's say you successfully sold the script, they're like, okay, let's start shooting in 6 months, right? Do they find their own director, or would you be the director for that movie? Like,
as a writer, you have no right to anything.
Oh, so you literally just get the money, leave. You're just selling your idea.
Yeah, I mean, unless you sell yourself like with the project, but like that never happens.
Because if anything, you're just selling your IP. Like they get access to like the whole thing.
Yeah, and then like your hopes is that at the end of it, you get either a created by, a story by, or a written by. Yeah. And I mean, the biggest thing with like writing or entertainment is just crediting. Like you want to get your credit. Yeah. You're not gonna get it. You're never gonna get it. Like it just is what it is. That's the game you play.
So who do they say like it's written by or created by?
Sometimes they don't even put it in there. I mean, they have to legally, I think, but I'm not really too sure how that goes. But sometimes they'll just be like, written by John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, and you're like, oh, who's that? And it's like not even a real guy. Yeah, like they do that a lot.
No, it was kind of like there's like a really big Korean drama that came out. So the main character, this girl, she works on subtitles for all the movies, like foreign movies that comes into Korea. She writes Korean subtitles, and she be the only one left at a movie theater every time she like subtitled something, because like she would be like the last name in the whole thing. So it would be like so sad because she was on this date. Her date's like getting up first, and she's like just sitting there, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like no one's ever gonna see this. Might as well just let me see it. And it's just so sad.
Nah, that's actually funny. That's what my grandma used to make us do as kids. So she was like,
sit until the end of the credits.
We sit through every credit I've ever watched. Like I'm talking about Shark Tale, sat to the end.
She was on that Marvel wave before it happened, huh?
Oh, for real.
She was on that Marvel wave.
But her whole thing, it was like very endearing, and I think it's part of the reason why I want to make movies is because she was like, one day your name's gonna be up there. And like I don't know if like I've never asked why, but like maybe that's like a pipe dream of hers. She wanted to be like an actress or anything, and just life happened. But like ever since then, I've always been conditioned to like not only respect everybody that's in that list, because I mean you got to think you're watching like Shark Tales again. I don't know. That's the only thing that's on my mind. And like you don't care about who did like the VFX for that, but then like you really got to think that took. I mean, in most movies, you get the script. It takes a year to get it in pre-production. Then it takes like another year for you to shoot. And then it might be a year before you release it. So you're talking about 3-4 years in between a movie. That person put like their life on the line for 3 years. You might as well see their name. And then like now it's just like, it's a thing of like, Marvel does the whole post-credit scenes. That's the greatest thing I think that happened to movies, especially for like people like me that want to like have their name on there regardless of where it's at. Like now people are conditioned to like sit through everything like I was as a kid.
I didn't really think about it like that.
Yeah, so now I mean now you're over there on Google. Every time I watch a movie, I'm on Google. Does this have post-credit scenes? And it's like a rom-com. Like why the fuck would that have a post-credit scene? But I'm stuck.
Just gotta know.
And I love it. Like I love it. It's really dope. So it's a really sad story, but like for me that was my life, so I was like, yeah, I respect it. And K-dramas are crazy.
Netflix, I feel like if you knew how to write in Korean and sold drama to Netflix, they would just take it. I feel like they're taking up anything right now for Korean drama.
They're also making like Korean American style K-drama type of things now.
Gas.
Don't like it.
Kind of ass. I know. But like at the same time, it is gas because it's like it spoon feeds it for like the people that don't know anything about K-dramas.
Oh, I mean like,
but it's like their gateway drug into like the rest of it. You know
exactly.
Because you can see that one and you'll be like, yo, like there's a whole world out there.
Right.
But don't you hate just like going outside and some girl comes up to you and goes, oh my god, Jungkook from BTS.
Hey, at least it's not Jackie Chan or like
That's
Bruce
true.
Lee no more.
That was
You
that
feel
was
me?
like middle school.
Yeah.
That was like middle
So-
school.
Yeah, my bad for that. Like I was real racist. I was real racist.
No, me and Justin would go down the hallway. Oh, rush hour.
Every time. I couldn't walk next to anybody that looked like him. They'd be like, "Oh my God, are you
Carter?
Yeah, Carter.
You understand the word coming out of my mouth?
That was perfect.
Yeah.
We should redo it.
Yo, it'd be lit.
It'd be lit. It'd be
Yeah,
lit.
yeah.
But I'm the one that does the Asian accent, and you do the black accent.
I don't think that would.
I think it'll fly. I think we got that.
What's a black
yeah?
accent?
I don't know. You.
No.
I don't know what
I
Target
wouldn't
black
know.
is like.
You trying to get me in trouble?
I'm not, because I would get myself in trouble. I have a mean Asian accent that I've been practicing.
Oh,
Do it.
But not now.
We
Not
wanna
now.
hear it.
I'm kind of excited.
No.
Honestly.
No.
Yo, you could do it, and we'll just make a bleep noise for next 30
No.
It just bleeps out for the rest of the podcast.
It's just quiet, but it's
And we're all just like, shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna do it one day. I'm gonna just send y'all a video of me just doing this accent, and you're gonna be like, man, that's spot on. And low key, shout out to you.
Okay.
It's because I got my best friend is Vietnamese, so like,
Oh, word.
we just sit there
Shout out
and
Calvin.
like, yeah, shout out Calvin.
Shout out Calvin.
Steven, he's a great photographer. If you guys ever need photography done,
Okay.
he's amazing. Like
Yeah.
beautiful work, everything.
you've
But-
always been surrounded by Asians.
A
Thinking
little
about
bit,
it now,
man. I'm a crazy rich.
You got yellow
Blasian.
fever.
Word.
You got yellow fever.
Yo, low key, I'm like really obsessed with Asian women right now too. Not on no weird shit though. Not on no weird shit. Let me preface like, nah. I'm not on no fetish shit. I'm real thugged out with it.
That's why you like K-dramas.
That's why I like. So they drew me in. I like talked to this girl. She was Korean. She was real cute. I didn't really like her, so I was like, I'll
I
give
told
this
you to
shit a
stop talking to
chance.
my mom, didn't I?
Man, I mean, she's cute though.
Okay.
I mean, you know. But yeah, she pulled me in, and like
Yeah.
I can't really do K-pop because like a part of me just I don't understand it sonically yet.
Okay.
It's gonna take a while. Like it'll take a minute. But like
Yeah.
I like a couple of them. That's so racist. That sounded horrible. But like I like a couple groups. I like a couple artists. I like the guy Dean.
Dean.
I like Dean. I like
Yeah.
Crush. I don't think they're hard. I like this one girl. I think her name is Yeji or something like that.
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
gas. I fucking love her. And then I don't even care. I love Blackpink. I think that's how you say it, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
it's Pink Black, Blackpink.
No, it's Blackpink.
Somebody almost fought me when I messed it up once. That's why I was like,
Yeah,
y'all
this fan
crazy.
account made like a Blackpink like fan page, right? But she made a logo and put it like pink and then black. Like the whole fandom like made her shut down her account because they
Bro.
made it pink black instead
They
of
go
black.
crazy, bro.
Like
They will send you death threats and shit, bro.
I'm with it. I fucking love that shit. Like, go crazy.
You to Will Smith.
Bro, yeah, fuck you. If his fandom comes for me, I will scope all of you out in person. I don't give a fuck. I'll track IPs.
That is crazy.
When you mentioned like sonically, I totally understand. Cause if you smoke enough weed and listen to like I understand Korean, right? But you smoke enough weed and you listen to Korean music,
Right.
And just kind of like lose yourself for a moment and not focus on it. Like that's what it would sound like to a person who doesn't know Korean, and we sound crazy.
Yeah. No, because we speak Korean, you know? When we listen to it, we're like, kind of understand
Yeah, we
where
do.
the language is from.
Yeah.
You're basically
Korean.
We in the same boat.
Yeah.
But then, like,
No, we were on the same boat. We're
That
fresh,
shit crazy. That's a thigh slapper.
fresh off it too.
Ooh, little fobs. Nah, yeah, I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in.
I can tell. I can tell.
I'm tapped
No,
in.
you with it,
I'm
you
gonna
with
find
it.
a Korean wife. I already know it. Hopefully she can't cook because I just want to go out to eat every day. I
Okay.
did dim sum the other day.
Yeah.
like
It's
not
a couple
Korean,
weeks
though.
ago. Shut up. I know. I know, but no, but I'm not gonna be like, I went to Korean barbecue. Like the fuck. Like I've had like people like I've gone to people's houses and had Korean barbecue. That shit's gas.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say it, but the little pork fat, whatever that. I don't know how to say it.
Pork
but
belly?
But what do they call it?
Samgyeopsal?
There you go. I used to say it with an S.
It is
So,
with us.
I used to say it like like, you know, like don't
Don't
worry about it. Don't worry about it. Again, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Am I your first guy that like I'm the first guest that's black? That's a yes. If you got to think about
Hell
it, it's a
yeah.
yes. Facts. I don't want to be that guy because if you have another black person on, they're gonna get a little weird. They're gonna say like, oh, I know Korean stuff. I love Asians. And I also don't watch anime, so I'm not a weirdo that's like, I love Asian culture. I eat ramen every day. Like, you're a fucking weirdo.
No, but anime's cool though. Anime's cool.
Anime's gas for people that like it.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But those little like weirdos that like walk around with like a Naruto shirt on, like, oh wow, you know the most famous, like, shut up. Oh, I like One Piece. Like, everybody does. It sold more copies than the Bible. I think we're like, come on, get off its dick. Like, go watch something different.
Like K-drama, for what?
Gas it up. Yeah. Come to my side. Like, I never watched what was it called?
Squid
Games?
I never watched it because I was like, all these people like it. I watched it eventually. It was pretty good. But like, I was like, nah, fuck y'all. Y'all doing the same shit y'all did to all the animes, all the manga, like all that shit that y'all just like really like, oh, this is so, I'm cool. And then like,
That Asian.
I
high
hate
culture
that.
is
That's like
crazy.
the fetishization shit that I don't fuck with. Like, I get the whole like how people treat like Asian women is like just deplorable, and I say I get that, like I'm about to make a better point, but like, no, like I understand, like it's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
They do the same shit with everything you guys manufacture, and it's like fucked up. Because like being Korean is like being black in the '90s. It's the coolest shit right now. Y'all are gonna hate that shit in a minute. Like y'all are gonna be like, fuck being Korean.
Yeah.
The same way black people were like, fuck being black during like the 2000s. Like it was shit because they just on your dick too much, and it's just like, bro, pipe down. Like we know it's good because we do it. I know you ain't really got nobody like start playing for your Vietnamese squad right now, but like we gonna get y'all there.
No, we got that dude from Everything Everywhere All at Once. He just won a
Kenny something Huang.
No,
The one that just won the award.
Yeah.
He's
He's Vietnamese.
Shout
bro.
out to him,
the
man.
one he was in
I had
Goonies,
no idea
right?
he was
Yeah.
Vietnamese.
He was in Indiana Jones. He was like the little kid.
Yeah, but he was also in the Goonies.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Kenny Huynh or something? I forgot.
I don't remember.
Mr.
actually.
President. You remember that clip? Mr. Biden.
I thought he was Korean this whole time.
No, he's Vietnamese.
I thought he was
There you go.
Chinese.
Yeah, just
Gas,
representation.
gas.
I don't know. He's something. One of us. Not sure, but
Y'all are gas though. I'm like really up on all Asian like culture.
But this is really cool to see because this never happened when we were in like high school.
Oh nah, yeah, I was racist. Flat out. Had
No,
an
like the
Asian
only
friend.
Asian people I would hear about in high school was like Yao Ming, Jeremy Lin.
Facts.
No,
I
but
know
that's all we had
Jackie
then.
Chan.
Right? That's all we had then.
But I mean, it was like cool.
Yeah.
Like they were pretty cool.
Yeah, being Asian is like really cool now. Like it was like all right back then, but now it's like
we're trending now.
Everybody wants to drink
Yeah.
like boba. Everybody wants to go like eat barbecue
Yeah.
these days.
If I mentioned that to my friends in high school,
I know.
I'd probably get my ass beat. Like, oh, football just ended. You guys want to get some bubble tea and Korean barbecue? No.
like, ew, we're eating dog.
Literally.
That shit really made me hot.
That shit is crazy.
Like I really hated that shit as a kid. I was like, y'all couldn't think of nothing better. Like they eat dog. Be like, nah, they eat each other. That'd be cool.
Hey, some people do though. Like there's some cannibals over in Indonesia and shit like that.
No,
I
yeah.
fuck with that.
Oh my
That's
God.
lit.
And there's a lot of people in Korea that could still eat dogs.
Lit. Like I bet you a dog tastes good, but like
I mean,
we
I
don't
wouldn't
eat
know,
great
but-
shit.
The only thing is like when we say that like we eat dogs, right? In some traditional and like countryside parts of Korea, they do eat dog, but it's like it's not domestic dogs. They're like it's like an animal between like almost like
in between like a wolf and a dog.
a wolf
right?
and a dog. It's a wild
It's like a
animal they
bobcat,
catch.
but like a dog or something.
yeah,
like that,
basically.
Have
and
your
then
parents ever eaten dog?
Yeah,
Mine have. I was
but the whole reason when we were kids, we used to bite people a lot, right? When we were like
Bit
elementary
people?
school. Yeah, me and my brother, and my mom would tell me
You hung out with this guy?
No, I've never been
Apparently
bitten.
not.
So
Oh.
No, my mom used to tell us it's because she ate dog while she was pregnant.
That's why you were biting people?
Yeah.
That's my first time hearing that shit. Though.
Yo,
That's
and
news to me, honestly.
Even in the last
What's going
episode,
And is this a lie or
like
is this true?
she was preying on my downfall from the beginning. I told you this on last episode. My parents' name is Daniel and Hannah, named us Chungmin Sungmin Taemin. And then they talked about like,
No, but they're trying to keep you tapped in with the roots. You know what I'm saying?
why didn't they name me like Thomas or something?
You wanted
Now
to
they
be
name me
named Thomas?
Taemin, the person who bites people because his parents ate
No,
dogs.
because it's a bit watered down now. They're trying to keep you like still rooted in
Thanks,
there.
tapped in.
I'm tapped in. Thanks, Hannah.
Yeah.
Shit's nuts though.
Nah, that's gas though, because it's like the black kids whose dads are like, my dad's named John. What's your name? Zaquarius. It's like, oh shit, okay. box. Like, yeah, my mom got that because she saw like a cheese doodle box. And it's like, wait, what? Bro, I got a friend that's named his like real name is Zaquan, and the reason his name is Zaquan is because his dad named him Zay because he was black.
Okay.
And Quan because his mom is Laotian. So that was like the whole thing. So like, so it's very
sick.
ghetto, and he has like an what's that shit called? An apostrophe. Not apostrophe.
Yeah.
I
Like
should
the
know
little
that.
accent mark. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
He has like that in between his name, so it's like a real split.
So it's a Blasian name.
It's literally
Yo,
black
that's crazy.
and then Asian. Stupid as fuck. So I'm with you. You know, you're Taemin, he's Zaquan. I'm Justin.
We had a lot of those names.
She's Helen.
You just Phil.
Yeah.
Gas. That's gas.
We had a lot of cool names in high school.
I don't
Yo, where
feel
we
like
going
this
with
teeters. I think this is bullying at this point. I got a couple names I could ring off right now that people look at me crazy.
Okay, no, but on some real shit though, just going back to like your work as a writer.
Yeah.
What's the most rewarding experience for you so far?
Making money off of it, like in any capacity.
Okay.
That solidifies you, you know?
Yeah.
I've only really been in writers' rooms, nothing like too spectacular. Been on set a couple of times to things that like I really didn't have any part in, but like actually getting paid, like that check.
Yeah, what was that time span between like you like starting and like actually finally getting that check?
It was a while. I mean, like you start something not thinking you're gonna get paid much, like maybe like a couple $100 just to keep you like straight. But like I got like a good check and I was like, oh yeah, this is lit.
Worth
this is lit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not enough to like make me like go buy a Birkin, but it was enough for me to be like, I could eat In-N-Out today, or you know, McDonald's on me. So that's lit. Because like as a writer, you don't really go for the money initially. You go for like the back end of like your next project is greenlit just because your name was attached to that thing.
It builds momentum, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Because like I mean, at the end of the day, no writer just wants to be a writer. If they do, they're just a weirdo. Like they want to be famous.
Okay.
Like, but they just know they're ugly or they don't have enough money or enough talent to ever be famous. So they start writing. So. I mean, if you really like look historically, like all like writers, like authors and shit, like they don't pop till they're like either dead or like 90. Yeah. And it's just because it's like nobody wants to fucking do that shit all day.
And I feel like people don't get appreciated until like after they die too.
Yeah, same with music.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just one of those things, right? We'd rather like, cause then you can't fuck up. So that's why people like you. Cause it's like, you know, I mean, especially now, like you want your favorite artist or whatever to like be great forever. But like they're human, so they might like beat up somebody and then now you're looking at them like, yeah, fuck you. And it's like you'd rather them just die at like 29 and then that way you can only remember the good shit and then like nobody can say shit. Like no offense, Lil Peep is ass. But like people will love him to the day like they died just because of his music. And I mean, of course, I've never really listened that much, but the shit I've listened to is ass. So like, shout out to him, but you're ass. I said that 3 times. That's wild. You're dead.
That's a lot of ass, bro.
May you rest in peace.
Yeah.
And like Juice WRLD, like I didn't think he was like the greatest artist of all time. He was all right. He was pretty good. And then like he died, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Juice WRLD, what are we gonna do? Rap is dead." And I'm like, "Is it?" And then you like listen more, and you're like, "Oh shit, okay, I missed this when he was alive. Like this was pretty good. This was pretty good."
People don't appreciate it until
At
afterwards,
all.
right? Yeah.
So that's why I low key want to die young, but not like for real, but like I fake my death and then like
Be
dip.
remembered forever.
Yeah, because like I want to go out before like my career plateaus. Like I don't want anybody to think of me of like less than like my mid shit to like the best I can get.
Yeah.
But like my bad shit, I don't ever want that to like come to light because I don't want my kids to eat off like my dumb shit. Like my dad wrote a movie about like what if like my like claim to fame was like Sausage Party. And that was the only thing I did. That was the only thing you knew me for. I'd fucking hate myself.
Yeah,
It's lit,
Oh,
right?
it's
about
about
the-
that's not about
Is that about like the grocery store items?
Yeah,
that are,
The food
yeah.
that have sex.
Sausages. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Whole
would
grocery
hate
store
myself.
just has sex.
Oh, you know what I'm really curious about? What do you think about people using like AI, like
I was
ChatGPT? Like you can
literally
write
gonna say
scripts off
that.
that. You can write songs off that. Like
Does it like affect the way you view like writing? in
I was
future, or,
scared
how
like the
you're gonna
first
make
10
it?
minutes.
And then
And then you just realize like nobody's fucking buying AI script. Like it doesn't have any soul. Like there's
really
nothing there.
yeah.
Like I mean, I've like tried to spec shit out. Like I did this one where I was like, make 2 birds argue about who's gonna get off the wire first. And I think I saw that on like a Pixar short. And I tried to see if they wrote it, and they wrote the exact same thing as a Pixar short. So I was like, what the fuck?
I mean,
Like,
it's just copying whatever like data that's like, you know.
I mean, that's all it is. It's a learning language or whatever the fuck they call that shit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really do much.
But like, let's say you've written a whole script, but you're like, damn, I need to get this last page, this last ending.
Right.
But I'm really in a bad writer's block right now.
Yeah.
And they use ChatGPT to finish the movie off.
I mean, fuck it. Use your resources. Drake has a ghostwriter. I don't think it's that serious. Like, but like people are like, oh my God, like, I don't even want to watch regular movies. I'd rather watch AI. And I'm like, no, you wouldn't. Cause then that movie comes out and like the credits is one thing, ChatGPT. And then like it's over. Like you're not gonna want that. And after a certain point, it's a model that learns from what it sees and what it like digests. It's a fucking search engine that just duplicates shit.
Yeah.
After a certain point, you're just gonna get the same shit every time until they perfect it to where it's literally a brain. That's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm
sure.
dead by then, and then like my shit exists, and then now they're like replicating my shit.
Who is Beck? Sausage Party.
Yeah. Part two. Longer sausage. Who knows?
Longest sausage is crazy.
But you're in a pretty good place right now, you say, right?
Emotionally, no. But
No, I don't care about that. No, I'm talking about your career.
Why?
no, we're not doing that. This is a couch, but no. I'm good. Nah, I mean it's just life's hard.
Yeah.
And trying to do something creative, I think
down,
you have
bro.
to support. No, on you. Just like yes, Winnie. Nah, but I mean it's just hard. You want to sustain yourself in something that's hard to sustain yourself in. So I mean, I have a day job because I can't support myself just doing the thing that I love to do or that I want to do for like the rest of my life. That kind of sucks. And I mean, it's just the harsh reality of it is that, it takes a lot more work than you expect. Yeah. And then when you start to work, you still notice it's not enough. I mean, it's just one of those things where, and I don't have like the support that like I would love to have, but that's like some pretentious ass shit. Like I wish my daddy like watched the stuff that I do. Like my dad listened to one song once and he was like, bro, you suck. And then like 5 years later, my friends had went to jail. They had like a whole little thing. They're free now. Love them. It was some high school shit, right? So I wrote a song about it because one of the dudes was like snitching. I don't know if he was snitching. I don't really give a fuck. I'm not in the streets.
I remember that.
Right.
I remember that.
So I wrote a song about it, and my dad listened like 3 years after it released. He was like, hey, man, you was speaking some true shit, man. You might have a chance. I was just like, fuck you. Like
3 years ago.
Like, I don't even care about that shit no more. Like, and I don't know. So, like, it's one of those things where, like, I want to get into something completely creative, and I have to learn how to support myself. So, like, I don't know if you guys have any aspirations creatively.
We're
but,
doing it right now.
I mean,
this takes a lot. Like, you guys have already done, I think, this is going to be, like, the 14th, 15th episode?
this is the 17th one, I think.
17th, right. That's a lot. Like, I tried to do a podcast with my friends. I live with some friends. Them niggas did not want to do shit. Like, I was like, come with an idea. They were like, all right, bet. And then, like, I'd get home from work and they'd be like, hey, we ain't got no ideas. Just grab the mics. And I'm like, you niggas suck.
It's
Like,
tough.
you're horrible. We did a roast one episode. Yeah. We never released this. I want to release it one day. And we have one who's a little overweight. He's kind of a nice guy, kind of an ass. No. These are my black friends. Entirely different group. We like, he didn't even prepare for the roast. Like the whole time we're like calling him fat and shit. And like,
They just took it? Okay, thank you.
no, it was even worse. Like we came in, hey, no personal shit for real.
Okay.
I like bigger women. I was like, yeah, I don't really care about that. They started roasting me like, Justin like fat girls. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
So I told him this one story about my dad. Told him this shit like a while ago, like, just trauma bonding with a bunch of black guys. It's very cute. And I tell him this story. I never thought they would ever bring it up again. First thing he says, like, yeah, your dad spits on you. And I'm like,
Wait, what?
long story. My dad like spit on me during a game of Uno. Like, he got real mad.
Like intentionally?
Like, I think he did the one thing that was like not physically abusing your child, but like low key, like emotionally abusing your
spitting
child.
is crazy. Bro.
Craziest shit in the world.
I'm gonna start using that, honestly.
Yo, do it on your kids. I bet you they'll respect you. Like, I didn't step out of line for a minute.
Why beat them? You know what I'm saying? Like you could do something worse.
Bro, mutilate them. Just
So did you just put down like a +4 and went,
Bro, I didn't even know what the fuck a +4 was. I just remember I kept hiding cards, and he was just like, lift your leg up. I was like, nah. He was like, lift your leg up. So like when I lifted my leg up, I put my hand under and went shing, and like all the cards fell. And it was like half a deck. And he was like, what the fuck? And he's like pissed, but like he's like a younger dad, so he's like 35 at the time. I'm just an asshole, and I'm like, I don't even know how they got there. He was like, are you fucking serious right now? And then like he like gets up, he was like about to beat me, and I think he realized like, oh, this is Uno, so like let me not abuse my kid. Yeah. And then his like instinct was just like, and I just remember like wiping it off, like what the fuck, and like I was like,
it hit your eye.
It hit like right here, like at the cheekbone.
That is crazy.
And it was like a big spit, and I'm like an 8-year-old, so like that spit was like all over me. And I just remember like trying to wipe it off, and then like I was a crier as a kid, so like I mean like immediately the spit didn't even touch me, full tears, like oh I don't know what I'm gonna do.
The first tear came before it even hit. Yeah.
Oh, I mean immediately.
Yeah.
And like I was one of those kids that like would cry ugly, so it'd be like.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So he says that shit during a roast. So yeah, like when I say all that, like when you do that creative shit, bro, just like fuck everybody. Okay. Like legit, like even if y'all get like 12 views an episode sometimes, and then like I mean I've seen your clips, like I saw the clips like on the YouTube shorts, you had like a couple hundred views on it, like that's a lot coming in, like fuck numbers, like you're not gonna do Joe Rogan first year out, you might not do Joe Rogan for 10 years, but that 11th year you might get Joe Rogan numbers, and then now y'all got a fucking super yacht, and y'all were just doing this in a fucking
I'm waiting
apartment.
on that one. I'm waiting on it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Fuck
and I
it.
get to spit on my children.
Fuck your kids. I mean, just loogies. Every time you feel something in you, just spit at them.
Yeah.
And you never know, man. But, yo.
Wait, how did we get here? I'm so off track.
I don't know. You asked like how I was doing or some shit.
I don't know, but the last 2 minutes are going to be the best short we're going to create.
Shout out my dad. Shout out Byron Beckwith. Real nice guy. Like, he's past that now. Doesn't spit. Just holds in his saliva.
Growth. That's growth right there.
Growth. I mean, so much growth. Still doesn't like a large portion of the communities that are out in the world. Okay. So we're trying to get that first. We're trying to like, hey, stop being a bigot.
But at least he's not spitting.
At least he's not spitting. I mean, hey, I'm just happy he didn't spit on anybody else. You know?
Speaking of spitting, though, could you you mind dropping?
Fuck no. Fuck no. I feel like a clown if I did that.
No, didn't you release a new song a couple of months ago too?
Yeah, got no plays. Shout out to that.
I was listening to it.
You mind if I play that real quick?
Yeah.
No, please don't.
Huh?
That's very embarrassing.
No, I got you,
I'm
dog.
going through it, so it almost made me cry.
Yeah.
No, it's so good.
For legal purposes, I don't know if we can use this beat, but shout out to that.
Found it off SoundCloud.
Straight off. I'm a ripper.
Give me sunny delight, all in spite. Mr. Medicine with Sprite. Never thought I'd do some drugs.
That's not you.
Wait, what?
Let's go with that. I don't know who you just played.
Yeah. Wait, what was your question? Huh? What was your question? You were starting something and then.
Oh no, I didn't even think that was the song that I listened to though.
Oh
that
no,
was
this
a different
is
one.
the only song I listen to though.
Facts. Appreciate that.
Didn't you release one like Never?
That's it.
Never See Me Cry. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah, never heard me
it.
cry.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess you haven't listened to it, but
No,
I don't ever.
She just saw the title.
No,
clicked
in your
away.
defense,
I
in your
did.
defense, I never post like the name has nothing to do with the song. Or I mean it does, but like you didn't hear like a chorus to like remind you of the lyric or of the song name. So
yeah, it was
I should
more of
probably
like
do
the
that.
vibe of the song was like very like mellow, chill. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that kind of music when I clicked on your SoundCloud profile.
what you expect?
Yeah, everybody expects me to say the N word a lot.
I just heard that you were a rap
Fucking
friend, and
the
so I
bitch
was
in the
like,
back
he
of my
released
coupe.
this song,
Yeah.
and I was like, this sounds sad a little bit,
Thank
but like in
you.
a good way.
Oh, like I told him, his music is more like poetry than rap. Which
It's
is kind of-
therapy.
huh?
It's therapy.
I guess you can call it that.
Is that why you like writing?
Yeah.
Is because it's just to like figure out your thoughts?
Nah. That's that
a
shit that I
therapy
can't
one?
get behind.
Oh.
I think it's more of like I'm very like vulnerable. I don't think I have a lot of like outward insecurity. I'm really like just upfront. But I think like writing is like that last little crevice that's never gonna get out because it's not really me.
Yeah.
So it's like just playing around. But like music, when I like make music, I never really write that much. I just kind of say what comes to mind, and that's usually like some like emotional shit. So like yes, your question is yes, it is that. But I think it's built more of just like I am so honest that there's just I have to keep hold of something.
Yeah.
And then that's usually what comes out when I try to make music.
So now it's all Korean names in your rap new like more
I'm
recent
coming
songs.
out, bro.
Yeah.
I'm coming out. You're gonna see me. I'm gonna be. What's the guy's name? Say his name again.
My name?
Jungkook, right?
Oh, Jungkook.
All of them, bro. I'm BTS as fuck. Actually, shout out to my boy Abib Audio. He made a song called "Big Like BTS." It's actually kind of gas.
Okay.
But it's just a rap song. No. He's gas. He's fire. He's a great producer. He just produces like random shit now too. Like he went from like real like chopping samples up to like some futuristic weird shit. I love it. He's dope. Shout out Death is Extraordinary. Josiah, he's real dope too. He just made like 3 songs. One's called The Itsy Bitsy Spider. I was like, initially I was like, what the fuck is this gonna be?
But it's hard.
It's different. It's definitely different. It's definitely more eclectic than I expected it to be.
Okay.
And yeah, he's on a wave. Like he just kind of does random shit, and he's real dope. He's trying to get in like videography and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out Loom Folk. I got to get all my shout outs out. Shout out Loom Folk. He's a great producer, kind of like a K Tronada-esque producer. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Yeah.
He's gas. Shout out all my peoples.
Nice.
Well, we've hit the hour and 30. Well, over an hour and 30 now.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. My bad.
No,
We should kind of just goodbye,
that-
honestly.
yeah.
Oh, that flies, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm ready.
All right. Well, I just want to give a huge shout out to Beck, aka
Lil
Justin.
Daddy.
Oh, little daddy.
I thought it was cowboy.
aka
Nah, we switch
Cowboy, aka aka.
That's a crazy one.
Shout out Dad.
Yeah, but this has been another episode of the Levity podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I was saying one more thing. If you under 5'3", preferably over 165 pounds, and you need a boyfriend, I got you. I'm not great. I'm not good at anything. I can't cook, can't clean.
You'll make her laugh.
I don't do nothing. I don't look, but you know what? She said it. I'll make you laugh.
He's looking
Yeah.
for a 5'2", 170-pound South Korean woman.
Nah. Low key Cambodian.
Okay.
I like a little dark.
Yeah.
Or like a Filipino that's really Spanish.
Yeah.
I like them too. But I'll do Korean one day.
Like
but I gotta work my
Filipinos
way
with the
up.
last name Cruz.
Yeah.
Or Lopez.
I gotta start south, and then as I go up north, I'ma probably skip China because how they doing, like, you know, they just kind of they doing some work over there that I ain't really like a part of. You feel me? Shout out
South
TikTok.
Korea, and then go a little north of South Korea.
I don't know if I could do that. Like I get to the DMZ and just turn around.
You don't want no Pyongyang action?
Nah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's old girl, right? That it was eating the rats.
Huh?
Wait, Pyongyang
mind.
is the capital of North Korea. What you mean? Are you talking about the girl on Joe Rogan's podcast?
Yeah. I
the
watched
North
it.
Korean girl who escaped.
Yeah, the heavies. Them shits is gas. Let me not be
Yeah,
misogynistic.
but I think her name something is like Pyong something like. But Pyongyang is the capital of North Korea.
Right. I'm not doing like the 55th parallel and shit. I'm gonna stay south of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna get like where they make the kids and all of that. I'm wilding out right there.
Yeah.
Give me a nice Korean girl, and then I'll go Japan. Probably not Japan. I don't really like sushi, so like,
That's why.
yeah, because I feel like if you go over there, you're not gonna get like ribs. You're gonna have to eat the food.
Okay.
I fuck with Korean barbecue because that's some like, no offense, that's like some dirty shit. That's like some like backyard barbecue, like just how y'all make meat is just so like American low key.
Yeah.
Or really we're Korean because we really be biting. We bite everything. Like bulgogi, I'll beat somebody ass for that. I love that shit. Shout out Ari. I love that restaurant.
Oh, Ari Steakhouse.
yeah,
I love
used
that
to
place.
She
work
used to work there.
Did you?
Yeah,
You might
She
have
probably
crossed
served you
your
at
ass.
some
I
point.
served T-Pain there.
Did you?
At Ari, you would never expect. Never. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
lives in
even know it was him.
Alpharetta, I think.
Yeah.
What? I thought he's from Tallahassee. Like,
No,
what
I
is he
didn't
doing
even know
over
he
here?
lived around here, and I served him. Didn't even know I served him until he tipped me, and I was like, "This is an ungodly amount." Of, like, he has to
Yeah,
be somebody.
T-Pain's
I
your-
looked up his credit card
Yeah.
name because once you swipe it, you know, it's a credit card.
It says
I looked up.
T-Pain.
It's T-Pain's real name. I was like,
That's gas.
And then
Sorry.
Akon lives in
That's
Suwannee.
yeah, that you.
I fucking love Ari.
Justin Bieber used to live here too, yeah?
Yeah, in Suwannee. In
Yeah.
that same neighborhood Akon be living in right now, his son goes to like North Gwinnett.
Gas.
That is
Yeah, you be
crazy.
knowing everybody over there, right?
Oh, over at that neighborhood? Yeah.
Shout out, what's old boy?
Hudson?
Nah, Matty B Raps.
Matty B. Raps.
Shout out Matty B Raps.
Lot of shout-outs.
He's part of the reason I wanted to be a rapper.
Really?
Swear to God. I'm not gonna get any deeper than that. That's your only shout out from me. You gas as fuck though. I fuck with you.
Shout out to you, Matt. We'll see you soon. But
Oh, did you want to finish your, or you're just looking for a girl?
Yeah, I'm just looking for like preferably either Asian, Spanish, and especially a black queen.
Okay.
Last one was a black queen. We didn't work out. Shout out to you though. You lovely. You just not my type no more. I like K-dramas. I'm real flexible with anything. Like I'll do whatever you want. I'm out there. Like I'll go swim. I don't even know how to do that. Like we be lit. I'm with everything. Preferably like You ain't even got to be that cute. Like, just decent. Like, I'm not the greatest looking guy, so I'll take whatever. You feel me? Nah, that's desperate. Yeah, we're gonna end it with that. So like, yeah, if you need a boyfriend, get at me.
Oh yeah, you want to plug anything before you go? Like any projects or anything you want to?
Nothing. But
Okay.
very soon I'll have a lot. So at some point, possibly the second episode where we're all millionaires,
That's good.
and I'll let you guys know. But
Yeah,
I got more music on the way. So project coming out this year.
And that's it from the Pirate Clan.
Yeah, PK baby.
Yeah.
Out. Dope sign.
That was dope.